Yes, come on then. Welcome to video number 50, and this one is on expanding double brackets. This is the second time I've had to record this one because when I got to question number 3, I noticed that I hadn't put in that flipping answer. All right, but never mind. Right, moving on. Keywords: expand. Expand means multiply out, just like it did in the expanding brackets video. This one has just got double brackets in, so it's a different method. And I'll explain as I go through what I'm doing. So use the grid method of multiplication, and then I'll go through these steps as I'm actually doing it. Right. So question number 1: expand this. This is one of the easiest questions you'll get on expanding double brackets because everything in it is positive. So I'm drawing a grid with 4 squares. Put the 2 terms from one of the brackets along the top. I'm going to choose the first one, x plus 5, and then put the 2 terms from the other down the left hand side. So that's the second one, x plus 4. Okay, now x multiplied by x is x squared. Okay, if you're not sure why or how, watch the multiplying terms video. Okay, 5 multiplied by x is plus 5x, and x multiplied by 4 is a plus 4x. All right, plus meaning positive, a positive value of 5, a positive value of 4, not negative. Right, we don't normally write that plus in front of it, but it's useful because I know what we're going to do with these in a minute. 5 multiplied by 4. Now the common mistake that people hear, and lots of people make, is they just add these 2 terms because you see a plus there and a plus there. Don't add them, multiply them together, and you get a positive 20. Okay, now we can write this out, and I'm only doing it for this example: x squared plus 5x plus 4x plus 20. Okay, we can collect these 2 bits together, the x terms. So there's going to be some x terms in the middle that you can collect together. All right, it depends which way around these are written, but most of the time they're just going to be in the middle next to each other. So that bit is going to give you 9x's if you do 5x's plus 4x's. So we can write it as x squared plus 9x plus 20, and that is our answer. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of all that working and the unsimplified version of the expression. And then just let you know that this is what we'd refer to as a quadratic expression. Okay, now there will be a video available for you to watch when we're factorizing quadratics, and that's the exact opposite of doing what I just did. All right, and that's putting these expressions into double brackets. Okay, now it's a 3-part expression: an x squared, an x, and a number. All right, that is the general form for a quadratic expression. It's some grade 5 stuff if it's a single x squared term here. All right, and there's some harder ones, so it would be sort of grade 7 stuff that you'd have to learn, which is a little bit more complicated. All right, but this is an identity to this. Okay, that is the same thing. It's just another way of writing that expression. Okay, just like with multiplying out brackets and factorizing, this is multiplying double brackets and factorizing a quadratic. Okay, now let's do the same thing for the next question. Just get rid of that arrow and draw in this grid again. Okay, doesn't matter which one you put where. Let's just put the second one. Why not put the second one on the top and x minus 3 on the side? Doesn't matter. So x times x squared plus 2x. If you multiply those 2 terms together, x multiplied by minus 3 is minus 3x, and then 2 times by minus 3 is minus 6. 1 positive, 1 negative. Negative answer. Okay, again, multiplying positive and negative numbers together is a key skill. It's in the number section. There is a video for it. Please watch it if you don't understand what I just did, because I did it quickly. And then we just piece all this together. So we go x squared, 2x's minus 3x's. It's going to be minus 1x, and we don't write the 1 in front of that. We just write the minus x and then minus 6. Okay, there we go. And the beauty of this being on video is that you are able to rewind if you don't understand something and watch it again, or if you missed it, or if you got bored and zoned out, right? Go back and watch it again, and maybe get bored again, and then just do it again, right? And keep doing it until you've actually listened. There we go. Right, so x minus 9 and x minus 6. We've got 2 negative numbers here, all right? And this is something that happens when we've got 2 negative numbers and we're multiplying, doesn't it? So x times x is still x squared, and minus 9x is what that one would be, and minus 6x is what that one would be, and then 2 negatives. Negative times negative becomes positive. 9 times 6 is 54, and there we go. So x squared minus, and if you've got 9x's or negative 9x's and you take away another 6, right, you're starting at minus 9 and you're going further into the negatives. You're getting, if you think about temperature, colder, all right, and that would be minus 15x's. And then we got the plus 54 on the end. Okay, So I've gone through it as quick as I can. It does take some time to do. All right. Now moving over on to question number 2, we've just got a number here in front of the x in the bracket. That's the only difference between this first question here and the other questions that I just showed you how to do. And what this does, it does form a quadratic expression that is of a higher level to factorize and then solve. However, we don't have to worry about doing a different method here, right, for this. So we can actually do these. These are still just grade 4 questions, all right? So if I make my grid again, I've got my grid, I've got my 2x there this time, I've got my plus 6, I've got my x and my minus 2, all right, and I just multiply these terms together. So 2 times by an invisible 1 there is 2, and then x times x is x squared. 6 times x is positive 6x, and 2x multiplied by a minus 2 is minus 4x. Then I've got nothing different there apart from that 2 that's in front of that x squared. And then I've got this negative and a positive. I said the other way around, but there's a negative, there's a positive, and you've got a minus 12 there. All right, let's collect the 6x and the minus 4x together. So if you've got 6x's, you take away 4x's, you've got 2x's left. So you've got 2x squared plus 2x minus 12. Okay, again, did it fairly quickly, but you know, time is precious. Now, B, we've got grid again. Get the grid, 3x minus 5, 9x minus 3, times tables, 27x squared, okay, minus 45x, and minus 9x, and then we are going to have a positive 15. Sorry, I was just thinking about this bit here. All right, but negative times negative is positive 15, because 3 times 5 would make 15. Then we've got 27x squareds, right? Minus 45, take away another 9 is going to give you minus 54 x's. Okay, so you start at negative 45, you take away another 9, and then you've got this plus 15 to put on the end. And that's it. All right. Don't like doing this. This does annoy me. All right, my brain, if I'm tired thinking about negative numbers and taking away from negative numbers, it's like, I don't like it. But I think I've done it. There you go. Right. Now, the last one, don't get thrown by one of these. Do not get thrown. This just means this expression here, 4x minus 8, multiplied by itself, because that little squared symbol's there, right? So it's exactly the same thing as writing 4x minus 8 multiplied by 4x minus 8. Okay, well, we've got to expand that. Okay, so I'll get rid of that because I need the space. And let's do that. So, oh, my grids are getting worse. 4x minus 8, 4x minus x. That's awful. I'm sorry. Get rid of it. Get rid of that bit. X minus 8. There we go. That gives us 16x squareds. Then minus 32x's. Then minus 32x's, and then a plus, because 2 negatives will make a plus 64. Okay, so we've got our 16x squareds, minus 32, take away another 32, x's is minus 64x, and then that plus 64 goes on the end. Moving me over, looking at question 3. Umi is attempting to expand 2x plus 4 multiplied by 2x, x minus 2. They have made a mistake. Can you spot it? Let's see what they have done, this Umi character. Well, it's just the answer. We've only got Umi's answer, so my advice would be, guess what? Let's do the question. Let's find out. Let's see where the mistake is. So 2x plus 4, x minus 2. So that's going to give us 2x squared. All right, has he got 2x squared? Yeah, he's got 2x squared. We can say that bit's okay. Then we've got 4x, so plus 4x. Okay, then we've got a minus 4x. Ooh, interesting. So then we've got a 4 and a minus 2. So minus 8. Right, so the expression actually should be, if we write it here, 2x squared. 4x's, take away 4x's is nothing. So there's actually no x term. That's cancelled that one out. Okay, and then we've got this minus 8 on the end. So that bit's okay, and that bit's okay, and he's got this rogue extra 2x bit in there. Okay, so he has the x or 2x term, which should be 0. All right, that is the worst writing I think I've ever done. SHOULD should be 0. All right, there you go. We found his mistake. I mean, just showing what the expression should be would be enough on that question. You could write the expression should be this, and he's got that. All right, and there you go. You've explained it enough, because they just want you. They want to test that you know the maths. All right, so please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, because you will find updates on the new videos that I'm posting. You'll find links in the description to resources that I have made that is very similar to the ones that are on here. Like the videos if you like the videos. Dislike the videos if it brings you joy. Have a nice afternoon, or day, or morning, or whatever it is. Bye bye.